Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures. Happy Friday. What a move here in equities. This is really exactly what we were hoping for, what our studies were showing. And I've been walking you through this much of the week. The good news happened early. We got out above what we've highlighted on our research, our daily morning express, as rare major four-star resistance. This 41.1950 area, this was the close on May 6th. That was a Friday 2 weeks ago. And we gapped down after that close. And it became 3 weeks ago. And it became a big selling from there. Now, I think we've had this nice basing pattern, inverse head and shoulders. Again, I highlighted that much of the week. We moved out above there early on the session, and we had core PCE data this morning right in line with expectations, but 4.9%. Yes, inflation just by this metric tells us for April it was at 4.9%. And it's enough to not push the Fed's hand further. So I think the nice thing that we've learned this week is the goalposts are standing still. From week to week, we've seen the goalpost being moved, meaning the Fed would have to be more hawkish. This week, we began to hear of a potential rate hiking pause after reaching 2%. And again, that aligns with our inflation showdown, that window from July and August. But enough on inflation right here. Let's talk technicals. We got out above 41.20 early, and we do have some resistance. So we highlighted, I think it was 41.86 on our research this morning. And I mean, we're working into retracement levels because at the end of the day, it's some resistance that's going to be brought at some point. And I think overall, at the 50-day moving average is a good target here. But it's more about holding out above 41.20 now. If we hold out above 41.20, which is I consider that breakout. I mean, even if we go back below and check 4100 and recheck this previous high intraday, but don't close, say, down there. As long as we really hold out and close out above 41.20, I think this market is going to have path least resistance back up and retest this 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average 42.72 now, and probably going to be turning a bit lower here. But now we're looking at retracement levels too. And what I also like is you have this 382 that aligned with 41.20. And now you have a midpoint in this range, 42.25. Again, that 50-day moving average is going to be something that comes down. That could be something to kind of look into next week. Even if you bring this up to the highs, we does bring some more resistance here. 41, that's that 41.86 area I was talking about. So again, it's how you draw your range, but overall, we're looking at a lot of different things in this. I mean, I think the 50-day moving average is a nice target. What I've talked about too is tech. Tech have to be a leader, and we had that similar sort of basing pattern here this week. The NASDAQ broke out of that downtrend. It got out above, really, the end of the day, just sort of nudged into this May 6th close. So yes, we need to see some follow through here to start next week. Monday is going to be the holiday, but what we'll have to do is see continued strength in that after hours or in the holiday session into Tuesday's open. Now, the NASDAQ will have some additional resistance, and as it moves into 13,000, I think overall that's what we're going to see. Now, one of the things I've also talked about is this cues against the staples. And we had another good thrust here today. We really definitively broke what was potentially a downtrend there. And that I think this could become a bit of more follow through. So I think that's what you want to keep an eye on. And some of the other components, obviously the big heavyweights in the NASDAQ that we were watching most closely, what I highlighted yesterday in the video like this, NVIDIA, coming out earnings, reversing sharply, getting out above the highs. That was sort of a ceiling. It did trade into that May 6th close, was 186, finished the day, got through there, 189 in the after hours, 188 or so on the closing. Similar, had some good strength in Apple. Apple really got, closing higher, the highest level that we've really seen, even out above the May 17th high. So we came out of this. Apple came out of the negative news. And Alphabet was another one. Alphabet covered today that snap gap down from middle of the week. So this is a really good finish from the leadership. It's going to help the NASDAQ round out this bottom. We're not in the clear, but I think what we do have now is a path to least resistance in the S&P to retest that 50-day moving average as long as you hold out above 40.20. As always, we are here to help. Don't hesitate to reach out to us at Blue Line Futures. Check out our website, bluelinefutures.com. Check out our YouTube channel, Blue Line Futures, and don't hesitate to reach out to us. We look forward to hearing from you. And remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors.